Start recording. So I've like disguised and everything on Mineplex and turned everything off just in case I accidentally log into Mineplex at all during the recording. just in case. Just so I don't get shouted at. I like how we're losing people the second it's me talking instead of rhythm. It's very rude. Okay, anyway. Hello and welcome to the second town hall event. I haven't got a script prepared, so I'm just gonna talk. Um, Hello, welcome. So if you don't know what this is, essentially this is where we talk about, different things that has been happening behind the scenes. We kind of get it, and then we kind of want to talk with you about, different issues within the guild. Maybe not issues per se that you guys see, but kind of things that we see and we see need improvement in the future and stuff like that. And we'd like to get the input of you guys as we as officers aren't the only people in the guild. Obviously members and stuff should have as much of a say within the guild. So yeah. Obviously we do have the suggestion system, but it's very fun and always as you can see, we always get the best suggestions in there. Um yeah. Does anyone want to quickly create the Patreon rank? Well, the patron rank whilst we are discussing this, and then you guys can shove me some money through PayPal, and I'll accidentally give you that rank. Yes, it has admin perms. We should make people pay for image permissions. I mean, we kind of do with Nitro Boost, but we'll pretend. If you guys want to send PayPal money to Billy, hello at Billy.ws or whatever that website's called. I can't remember what my website's called anymore. People are DMing me. Okay. In advance, don't DM either of my accounts. Please keep all of the chat to event chat. I'm not gonna look in my DMs at all. Instead, I'm gonna be looking in event chat. Once we start discussing the topics, please keep event chat on topic. Only discuss the topic we're currently talking about. Don't go and discuss random shit because that's exactly where we're gonna be kind of using. That's exactly what we're gonna be using to get people's opinions and stuff like that. Thank you, Paul. And we want to kind of be reading that out for the people that don't have mics. Is that Billy for real? No, you can find my Twitter, and I have stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and go on to the first topic. I'm going to mute event chat so people calm down. Lock true E. There we go. There's event chat, nice and silenced. Okay, and then once I unlock it, please keep only to the topic so it's easy to track, and then if officers and stuff want to pin stuff, and then I'll also let officers talk and, stuff like that, because fun. Okay, so the first topic is going to be the activity changes announcement that we just made today, and just activity changes in general. We kind of discussed this for a long time last time, so I'm going to limit this to like 40 minutes, because it's the first topic. 40 minutes, we can come back to it if we really need to, but let's limit it at 40 minutes. By the way, officers, yes. If anyone wants to actually have a timer set, I'm just gonna kind of go to like 43. But if someone wants a timer, I'm not gonna complain. However, I want to kind of get everyone's feelings on the current activity of the guild. It's been decreasing. I'm going to kind of go into that a lot more because of exams and a few different factors that I'm going to go into later on within the town hall. But hopefully the solution that we've provided in announcements works long term. We'll see. Hopefully it's not just a short term thing. But yeah. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to go ahead, or if a co-owner or officer, whatever, wants to unlock event chat. So I want to start off by getting some ideas to not punish people. Can we keep on topic? Not punish people for being inactive. I instead want I want to encourage people to be inactive. Yes. I want to. 1 second. Can I want to change the permission so he cannot talk in event chat? Because if he posts anything in event chat, that's yes. If he crushes me, I'm gonna scream. Anyway, I won't do it again. Okay, sure. Well, we're gonna make it so muted can't talk in event chat because they can't. Anyway, so do you guys have any kind of ideas to encourage activity, not punish activity? Because I think it's more about encouraging people to be active on Hypixel rather than punishing. Punishing is something we've already got set up now. I'm pretty happy with our current punishment system. Anyway, if any officers want to speak and let people speak, you guys can request to speak if you want. Anyway, if you guys go ahead and put some ideas, please someone else talk. No, nobody else talking.
Hello, people.
Hello, Oscar. Do you have any ideas to help encourage activity within Hypixel and the guild?
No.
Okay,
Rip.
great.
Hi.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna start reading some stuff in chat until someone wants to request, and if you guys just deal with the requests and tell me so that I don't get talked over, that's fine. Okay, let's start from the top. Are you actually recording the chat? Yeah, I am. I'm recording my voice as well. I don't know if I've got everyone unmuted. I think I do. Let me check. I do. Okay, cool. Maybe have like a baking cookie system. I don't really know what you mean by that. Please expand. Activity weekly rolls for top 3. Maybe, but that could also cause some people being like, "Oh, that person was toxic. Why are you rewarding them?" and stuff like that. So it depends. It's an okay idea. In my opinion, activity's been fine for the past few days compared to what it used to be. It hasn't. We've been getting 20 people peak, 5 people in the morning, which isn't great, but obviously that's school and stuff like that. I'll discuss that soon, but yeah. I don't expect it to be as high as it will be in summer, but it is low, quite low right now. But I don't think there's too much we can do about it, but we'll see. Quests, I really don't think quests are the best because that excludes Skyblock players completely. Cookie currency, I don't know how long that's gonna be, but that is planned. It's quite low priority. We're still kind of busy fixing a lot of different issues that have came up recently with bot stuff. Trial team. I love it when Lava gets like 20 billion trials and Nap gets none. It's very fun. I'm thinking about an idea. Thank you for that. Reward for the most active. We already have member of the month, but that takes into account other factors. How would cosmetics work? That's something that's been discussed before. Hello, Glitch. For GXP, we're not rewarding GXP. GXP is very unfair and a complete mess. I don't think it's a good idea to reward or even consider GXP in any shape or form. Maybe in the future if it gets sorted properly, but quests again exclude Skyblock players. Maybe we could have a member of the week role. The reason we did it member of the month is because you eventually run out of member of the weeks pretty fast. It wouldn't last very long. I mean, it's an okay idea, but I think member of the month does pretty well. Anyway, someone else is already replying. We have like a channel that has a leaderboard channel that's already coded, but I'm not 100% sure if I want a leaderboard channel. I feel like it's gonna cause lots of spam, which isn't really something we want. We want people interacting. Frankly, I don't think you can do anything. Exams are making it hard. We can't fully solve the issue right now. I think during summer it'll be a lot better, especially when, SMP and stuff releases on Hypixel. However, we can definitely encourage people to play a bit more. Contests are something we may do. I think interactivity between guests and members. What ideas do you have for that, A9? I think we have kind of like a separate section for, making the guild feel more united, but I definitely think playing with guests more and stuff like that isn't something I'm against in any shape or form. So definitely something if you can come up with some good ideas. Have members fill out a form and see who's the most active? No, because that's just going to be people voting for their friends and making jokes and stuff. I was thinking about kind of like a Cookie Factory Oscars event at some point where people can kind of vote on like different joke things for different people, like funniest guild member, stuff like that. Is it possible to track player times? Yes, but if King exists, mini events do help with that. Most people that come to mini events are guild members. We do see like increases every so often. Mini mini idea guild versus guild events. Uh, for Examus, I don't think you were here when we did those. That's an. I think some like friendly, in air quotes, GVGs where we kind of have like parkour GVGs or something like that would be fine. But like Skywars GVGs, no. That's where we start getting competitive and toxic. Please don't DM me, by the way. I'm not looking at DMs. Um, Billy, TCF has 0 competitive players. We wouldn't say that at all. We have a few competitive players. It's just, I don't think there's a point in that. I think that also changes our community quite a lot, and it's not the best of ideas to massively change your community. It wouldn't go out. We had a Missile Wars event, and half of the people from the other guild weren't even in it. Yeah, we need to look for better people to do events with in future, I think, in terms of organization. I feel like overpressuring people to be online might be bad though. Yeah, that's something we are keeping in mind. If people have exams and stuff, we don't want to force people to log in, or if they're not enjoying Minecraft, we don't want them to sit and grind 50k GXP. That doesn't work. It doesn't encourage people to be more active on Hypixel at all. Skyblock trading chat? No, you can do that in guild chat. I don't think that would encourage people to be more active. That's just a normal suggestion. Missile Wars wasn't a GVG thing. Yeah, I want to do more collaborative events. We're going to kind of get into the whole ally discussion later on, so we can keep kind of like allying ideas. We can, yeah, make matchmaking better. Matchmaking isn't out. It's not meant to really be used publicly. We are planning on releasing that whenever the next Hypixel tournament is, and we'll, you know, do more promotion. We could have some more competitive events. We are planning on doing some more tournaments. We are kind of deciding whether we want to do that as mini or main events or like a mix of both. Tournaments are really easy to plan though, so they are quite nice, but we'll see. What about a channel that has rules that you no, we're not adding gamer roles, they aren't useful. Roblox mini events, that's not encouraging activity. Can we keep on topic? Should we do another weekly event like a questing party? If mini event hosts want to do that, they can. We're not stopping them. But it depends if mini event hosts want to do that. We can't force mini event hosts to do that. But if you want to become a mini event host and you want to do that, feel free. We would. I can guarantee the event team aren't going to complain about that. Can confirm. See, I really want kind of like texture pack questing party because we don't do texture pack. Okay, that's cool, Walter. We would like to see some new mini event hosts, and we are maybe, hopefully, we'll see opening event team applications at some point. So we'll see. But that, again, that's different discussion. That's a different topic. We can discuss that for like 20 minutes or so later on. We'll see. Half an hour. I don't know. Maybe make it so you can receive a DM every day you play on Hypixel. What would that achieve? I am confused by that again. Are we discussing how to grow the guild? No, we're discussing activity. Giveaway for people who get certain messages of VC minutes. That's kind of member of the month, but also adding rewards encourages spam, and also that's money that I don't want to spend every week or anything like that. Billy, what about seasonal tournaments planned? We have a seasonal. I have ideas for seasonal rotation of events, but yeah, I'll get into that later on. Events are quite a big topic that we'll discuss later. So okay, so for event ideas, could we keep that to the future, not now? Because this is getting to be event ideas. Can we just try and encourage activity and produce ideas that encourage activity? Leveling through activity, that's a leveling bot. The amount of times that's been denied. The amount of people in event chat I can just imagine being like, giveaways in general, that's planned, but it's low priority. Giveaways only really encourage people to join the Discord. They don't really encourage activity. People click a button, they don't look at the Discord until they're pinged or not pinged. We can do giveaways. That's not something I'm against, but we need to find a way to make sure that those people are actually talking. Giveaways for only guild members. That's still giveaways. We'll see. Giveaways aren't the best of ideas. Again, mini event ideas or whatever, can we keep to the mini event, well, the event part? 500 messages to enter it would just be people spamming. Spam, you get blacklisted? No, that's just, no. We want people to interact, we don't want people just to be spamming messages. By encouraging activity, I mean encouraging interactivity, not just people spamming. Just check. No. No. Any kind of like, no. No. It just, you wouldn't need to check, we would. You just check the winner, but then everyone else who wants to enter just spams. That defeats the entire point. We're trying to encourage interactivity, not spamming. Spamming would happen. Maybe people can nominate people for non-toxic persons through Hypixel. What? How does that encourage activity though, or interactivity? I'm confused. Any type of messaging counting reward would result in spam. Yeah. Isn't that kind of just member of the month? Yeah, but member of the month is more officers. We could definitely have kind of like a member of the month nomination system or suggestion system where people can kind of suggest members of the month, but that again, that would just be Fluffy, hello. Wait, Fluffy, are you in voice chat? Is Fluffy in voice chat? I haven't heard Fluffy talk. Anyway.
If he isn't, then he won't be able to respond to you.
I don't know. Okay, maybe more roles through activity. It's something we can consider, but then again, people just spam. If it's a number thing, people can just spam. I don't want people going in guest chat spamming like random chains of crap just to get messages. That's not what it's about. But we do definitely want to encourage activity. It's about encouraging them. We're not adding a leveling bot. The amount of times it's been denied is stupid. We're not adding that. A leveling bot isn't happening. If you can suddenly encourage like pretty much every single guild member to agree with that suggestion, you're more than welcome to. Fluffy isn't in the voice chat. It's very rude. I was gonna bully him to talk.
Fluffy is in the voice chat.
How would
Wait.
he be able to see event chat otherwise?
Because event chat's for everyone right now because we can't detect who's in the stage channels with the bot because Discord API hasn't updated. Anyway, Fluffy should request to talk because I haven't talked to Fluffy in like ages. Anyway, encouraging activity, yes. If anyone wants to speak, just request to talk. If anyone just can't be bothered to type in event chat, but like nobody's speaking, it's just me talking.
Hello.
Yes.
Like,
Hello, Fluffy.
Hello. Probably got bad mic quality right now, but
You do. Anyway, I haven't talked to you in so long. Hello.
hello. Continue
Okay.
your meeting.
Okay. Can I speak A9? You may have an issue with that. Anyway, if anyone wants to speak and give their opinions on encouraging activity with their voice, feel free. I don't want to be the only person talking. Just
Hi.
request
Okay,
to speak.
we'll just do one person at a time. The first person to request was Ludwig,
Okay.
so go ahead. And did he, like, what? Okay, you're Shy Shabi now.
Okay, Shy. Hello. But do we want people to kind of we want people to talk, but we also want the kind of discussions to be meaningful, not just people typing for the sake of typing. It's like there's people that could probably get it. Yeah, there is gonna be people that just say welcome back and stuff like that, but it's yeah, we can make our own bot. We're not adding a public bot for giveaways. Um, that would require like some kind of active. See, this is something I've seen in Blossom Tree. I've seen Blossom Tree has this kind of thing where the top 3 guests or top 5 guests have active role. That could maybe be something, but I don't know if that actually works. I don't know if that works to actually encourage people or not. I don't know. If there's any Blossom Tree staff members here, I don't think there is. I don't think Duke or anything's here. But that might work, but again, that doesn't really encourage members to be active, only really guests, which it's fine for yeah. It's fine to help encourage guests to talk in guest chat. Paying out everyone more often? No, that would just cause lots of people to leave the Discord. Is there anyone else who wants to talk in the voice? Yeah, guests are part of the Discord. Guest chat is something I want to increase. Yes, you goobs. It's we want to encourage guest chat to be active and talk. That was a lot of welcome backs. But yeah, it depends. I don't know how spammy. I want to be unmuted, but I won't talk. That kind of defeats the point, Ludwig. It's just a lot of people. No. Is there anyone else who wants to give some ideas and stuff? Just request to speak, and someone will magically let you speak using magic. I'll take that as a no. Next topic. I'll give it another like 5 minutes because this is quite an important topic to encourage people to be active, because Discord activity is okay for now, to be honest. It's more in-game active. Like Discord activity, it's not amazing. Like it could definitely be better. I mean, I think encouraging activity is probably going to be a thing in pretty much every mini event, because no matter how active the guild is, people are going to want it to be more active, kind of thing.
Lava's hand is raised, by the way.
Hello, Lava. I don't know if you want to talk or. Do you have any ideas, Lava, or are you just?
Oh no,
wanting
I
to...
invited him to speak.
Oh, okay.
I
By the
don't
way-
even know what we're talking about, so.
Encouraging activity within the guild. If you guys want to try and beat the welcome back record in guild chat, by the way, it's 14. Just because for some reason people are welcoming back far too much. Anyway, okay, I feel like we should connect Discord in game a little more. If you have ideas for that, that's something I'm up for. But we have tried to do that, with no, it wasn't A9. It was a pod thing. What if you could get like an achievement system? Like 1,000 messages. Maybe. I was thinking about with the cosmetic system that we were planning. I was planning something where you can change like an icon next to your name, and then it unlocks different like prestige medals based on how long you've been in the guild, how active you are, stuff like that. Maybe that could be something, but that's probably going to be a long way, not gonna lie. In my opinion, we can't really increase activity. We can encourage activity. Sure, we can't force everyone in the guild to be active 24/7, but we can encourage that. It was 14 Lava if you really want to count it. We could have another thing like the Among Us channel when anyone could do a game. That's kind of what matchmaking is designed for, though. I don't know. Is there any other games like apart from like Jackbox? But again, you can kind of just unofficially make voice chats for that. The matchmaking system isn't dead. It hasn't been released. I said that earlier. Like you could use the Hypixel API to make the bot announce when guild levels up. We already do that in guild chat in Guildbridge, and I don't think that would really encourage activity that much.
He's talking about guild members leveling up, like 100 Bed War stars or 200 Hypixel levels.
That would require checking every single stat on every single member's API every few minutes, which that wouldn't. I mean, something that I've kind of thought of with the growth team is maybe tweeting about members' rewards, like members' levelings and stuff like that. Like have a form where people can submit, yeah, cool things, cool achievements, stuff like that. You can make a separate channel and make it check every half hour. Still, that wouldn't really be possible. An achievement channel, it probably wouldn't be a channel, it'll probably be just a Google form. Along the lines of what you're saying, Blossom Tree and their active role system, it's not a good system because it encourages long-term guests to stay active, but doesn't really encourage new ones. Yeah, that's one of the things. It would have to be kind of like a monthly reset or something like that. But then, yeah, I don't really know how that would work. I know Calm has, I'm gonna kind of just keep using different guilds that I know of. Calm has monthly Tatsu points. Again, I'm not gonna introduce a leveling bot probably, but they have monthly Tatsu points gets a reward, a leveling reward. I don't think, yeah, I'm not a massive fan of activity becoming competitive, to be fair. I don't want someone thinking, oh, I'm active, but I have exams or I'm busy with school. I can't win. It's kind of unfair. I'm still contributing a lot to the guild, but not spamming. I don't know. Yeah, it's a difficult problem, but I definitely would like to. Yeah, we get the point. We get the point. Shouldn't be something that's a competition. Yeah, I don't think so. I'd definitely like to make sure that everyone is active and becoming more active, though. Activity is something that should come up from within rather than being forced. I don't want to force activity. Again, this is not what I'm talking about. I don't want to really discuss punishments. I want to just encourage people. I want like different ideas on how to encourage people to be active without GXP requirements, message requirements, anything like that. Yeah, I do think there's ways to encourage it. Maybe like with the Easter questing system, for example, a lot more people than I've seen quite a lot of people that I never saw before sitting in voice chats, and questing every single day. That wasn't really like, I mean, it was a competition-ish, but it encouraged people, it didn't force people. So, a currency system, it wouldn't really be a currency system, it would be for every, like, mini event that you came to, you'd get a mystery box, and stuff like that. It wouldn't be a currency system, per se. Make a fun game with activity, that's kind of a leveling reward. Maybe lava, but do you think that would actually encourage people or just make people who are less active feel really bad, not really encourage them? Because personally, just from my point of view, I wouldn't like to see, oh, the average guild member gets 1,000 messages a week. If Easter did well, how would a monthly questing do? I think it would get boring is my worry. It's the same reason a lot of people have suggested adding it permanently. I don't think they realize. I don't think they realize. Cooperation over competition? That's a cool idea. So maybe something like if let's just say if activity reaches a certain amount a month, we could have some kind of like big reward for everyone in the guild or something like that?
Ah, yeah. That type of event is actually used in Destiny 2. I only know this because my friend loves that game.
Like
And
a
it works
custom
quite
guild quest,
effectively.
yeah, but I don't know what the reward would be because it definitely couldn't be like money or something because there's a lot of guild members to give money to. Um, a rank upgrade, I don't know. It could be every month we do a giveaway or something, but again, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. But we could definitely a giant party of some type. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really agree. I don't really want that. No, Salty Cedar, but I don't know, something that if everyone in the guild is active, something like that could work. I don't really know what the reward would be. I don't know if it would be a giveaway or try and get the most online members at the same time. That's not what we want. A one-time peak is fine. It's all well and good to like tweet being like, "Oh, we got 60 people online," but if it's not increasing the overall activity long term, it's not the best. It's like I can ping at everyone and get 70 people online. That doesn't mean that we're more active. It doesn't really work like that. Like only a housing they can go in, that doesn't sound like that many people would be interested in that. I don't think that many people would be interested in that. But yeah, definitely some kind of cooperative thing could be cool, but I don't know. Events will bring activity. Again, events are only like a 1 or 2 hour thing though. I definitely think question of the day is you can suggest that, but I think it's been denied a few times. I can't remember the reasoning or anything like that. I like how Blossom treated it with like more of a discussion kind of system rather than just a poll or something like that. I did like that, but I don't know. Prison server where we work together, and if we know prison server again discourages people from playing Hypixel, which is my entire worry with the SMP. Discouraging people from playing Hypixel is the opposite of what we want. We want people kind of focusing on Hypixel. I don't know exactly what the reward would be. I don't really know. Yeah, that encourages AFKing. BRB, let me AFK in party games. That cannot go wrong in any shape or form. That was a joke. Don't do that. Question of the day would be a good way to create a topic. I don't know if it should have its own channel though. I don't know how we would do that. Maybe something like cookies points with a certain amount of messages sent. You get 1 point per cookie. That's a leveling bot. Yeah, suggesting a leveling bot. Question of the day channel. No, that's the channel. I don't know. We could definitely put polls, a question of the day in polls, but then would people actually discuss it, or would they just yeah, a guild housing? We already have a guild housing. It just isn't that interesting right now. But if anyone wants to help build that, I'll look into kind of ways to allow people to help that. But guild housings don't normally survive very long. Yeah, exactly, Salty. Make the housing have a gambling system. That sounds bannable. Daily, no, I'd rather just have it in polls. I think polls would be the best idea if we were to do question of the days. I don't know how we would do that. Yeah, gambling isn't something we're planning on doing, don't worry. We did have a currency system at one point in the bot. I do have plans to bring something similar back, but again, it's a better system than a currency system. I don't know though. I think if we ask some smart questions, people could have some decent conversations and kind of like argue about different topics. It might make guest chat a lot more topic driven rather than just welcomes and the occasional does anyone want to play. I definitely think it could be a really nice way to get people to discuss specific topics. We can ask about, sport. Exactly, A9, I was literally about to say that. We can ask. It's kind of like, I mean, we have kind of similar things with rotating memes and stuff like that. Um, yeah, lighthearted, obviously. But we could definitely ask some people's opinions and stuff like that. something like a discussion point in guest chat. I don't know if a discussion point, because that would make an actual topic for guest chat, and then people would be scared of discussing other things. And though I don't know. I don't think people would be that bothered. We can almost just watch to see if guest chat's active at the time that we post or something like that. It's not the end of the world. I wouldn't mind if we wanted to do a question of the day and everyone genuinely wanted that. Something like Twitch channel points, that's just a leveling bot. Maybe an active ping row. What do you mean by that? Please expand on your ideas. Like anyone can ping. But what does that? No, that doesn't. No. I have a feeling guests would just join, spam ping it, get annoying. Yeah, I don't think that would be a great idea. Uh, but I do think the cooperative idea is a good idea. Question of the day is, I've kind of always wanted to do them, but they've gotten shut down in suggestions quite a lot. Matchmaking system already has dungeons, I think, unless I'd never added those, but it has dungeons. The matchmaking system again is not something that we're really focused on right now. It will release fully at some point. How about the bot post the random? We have the random topic system. We could build the random topic system in, but the random topic system doesn't. The matchmaking system, it works mostly, but we're not promoting that or kind of advertising that that exists yet. You guys can use it. I'm not saying you can't use it. If you guys want to sit and use it, you're more than welcome to. It's just, yeah, we'll see. I'm not complaining if people use it. Make people remove every server apart from Hypixel. Do we want to keep on topic rather than making jokes? I do want to keep this constructive, not just people discussing jokes. We have been pretty productive so far. I've got a couple ideas. Make them leave every Discord server with TCF. I have a feeling people would probably not like me for that. Anyway, back on
Yeah,
topic.
let's leave that for rotating shitposts.
Are we trying to encourage Discord activity or Hypixel activity? Both, if possible. Right now, I'd say Discord activity, it's pretty okay across the board. I think if I just check right now, guild chat. Guilds. I can't check guild chat on that account because I'm not in the guild on that account. People are DMing me. Stop DMing me. I'm not reading DMs. If I quickly check guild chat today has had 4,500 messages, and guest chat has had 1,300. So, it's not amazing. I definitely like to increase it still. I'm not complaining if people do come up with ideas. Events on Hypixel more often would be nice. Again, that's a mini event host decision. We can't force mini event hosts to host events. Is there a Discord bridge? Yeah, there's a bridge. Our bot is very fancy. 10 out of 10. I'd argue it is the most fancy guild bot, but I haven't seen every single guild bot, so I don't know. We can definitely do some stuff with that. It depends what it is. I don't mind adding the occasional like temporary joke and stuff like that. It is quite fun when we do that. I'm sure growth team wouldn't complain either. It's free tweet material. Anyway, apart by the way, events is a separate part. Maybe a controversial topic. Controversial topic every day in guest chat pinned. Ah yes. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on politics? Cannot go wrong in any shape or form. What's our stance on low GXP requirements? I'll let everyone else reply to that in chat because I don't like. I know my own personal feelings, but I don't know about everyone's.
GXP is based upon the game you're playing. Bed Wars gives objectively the
mean,
most XP.
In theory, like a 2,000 or 3,000 GXP requirement wouldn't be impossible, but at the
yeah.
same time, I don't want to force people. Personally, I don't like forcing people to be on Hypixel. I don't like that. 2K a
mean,
week.
okay,
Glitch.
Hi.
Okay. Hello, Glitch.
So, in terms of the low, low GXP requirements, I mean, if if people aren't able to meet that, I feel like they wouldn't be meeting other the activity
I
activity things we already have.
Some people are active on Discord, not in game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Glitch. As someone who's on the activity team, though, you know that might not exactly be true.
Well, he's new.
I can DM you. I can DM you at the end, or like quickly VC with you and go over some people. But there are some people that don't meet that, but definitely meet everything else. So,
Okay.
what if we make
Yeah.
requirements for member of the month? Why? It's no requirements for member of the month.
Basically, be active and be a good member.
We normally choose it from like the top 5 active people anyway, so be more active than everyone else, I guess. It's again, you shouldn't really be only being active for member of the month either. You should be why not top 1? Because top 1 doesn't leave us with any any option if that person has been warned or whatever. GXP requirements, yeah, I don't know. Minigame of the week. That could be a good idea if someone wants to pin that, where we can kind of have something where we kind of all grind 1 game a week or something. That could be. I don't fully know how we would do that. Rotating Guildmaster, that was something planned back in 2018. No. Officer election moment. AP hunt together is something that I wouldn't be opposed to. AP hunting events. I'm more than happy if a mini event host wants to host those. The issue is
Boosting.
exactly. I was about to say lots of the time you'll start crossing into boosting territory with that. We could modulate the threshold for GXP based on current lava. I just don't feel personally like forcing people to play Hypixel is going to make the guild more active. I think it's going to make people enjoy Hypixel a lot less and enjoy the guild a lot less. You're going to be a lot less. You're going to be a lot less happy to sit and talk to people in guild chat if you're forced to get a certain amount of GXP. I just yeah, I don't. It is lava, and I do think we should definitely creeper attack party again if mini event hosts like we're not complaining if mini event hosts want to do all these different things. I'm more than happy, but that relies on mini event hosts. I'm gonna stop this topic in like 2 minutes, by the way. Event ideas are something we could discuss later on anyway, because we're gonna be talking about events separately. Akko, lots of people play that game just for achievement points. Like, trust me, those parties get a lot of people working together, cooperating. It's like really fun. But once you get the achievement points, it's still cooperation. It's really fun. I'd argue if you can get a group of 16 people together, it's like one of the most fun games on Hypixel. It's pretty fun. We could definitely do something. I remember last summer, all of the girl was in party doing voice chat creeper game thing. Yeah, that was the first ever mini event. But yeah, if anyone wants to come up with any further ideas to encourage activity, feel free to suggest them. We are planning on changing the suggestion system at some point so we can brainstorm, and I'll probably put all these topics into like brainstorming system whenever it's done. But yeah. Anyway, I think it's time to change to the next topic. Clap, clap.
Yeah.
I say
Oh,
whenever the guild dies, we kick a random officer. I mean, I like kicking Oscar every so often. So anyway,
Let's do
clap.
it.
Yeah.
Let's do it right
G-
now.
Wait, is Oscar online? Okay, well he can accept whenever he's back online. G
Alright,
kick.
everyone say welcome.
Wait, actually no, never mind because it invites the next person on the waiting. Is Oscar even in the
Hello.
voice chat? Oscar, are you alive?
Oh yeah, you'd have to turn off the bot for a second.
Oscar? Oscar? Earth calling Oscar? I
We
think
can
he's
add
dead.
Oscar to the top of the waiting list.
Okay, hello
so when
Chips.
we
Chips
kick him, he's
went
gone.
live. Okay,
no,
bye.
No, my status, my current status. Dang it, poop you, dude. Oh, dang it. No.
Okay.
Now no one's gonna know when to join.
What?
He still has the officer
What did I
role.
miss?
Just gonna remove that.
Literally, officer.
Am I
Wait,
losing my officer?
did he get his own trial? Did he get his own trial?
Hold on, yeah,
That-
let me see
Let
if
me
I got
check.
my own trial. Hold on. Trial chips went live. Hold on.
Oh no,
Okay,
lava.
you can check on trial.
How
Ah.
did you
Dang
get?
it, that would have been so funny.
Wait.
I said
wait,
it was so funny.
Okay, bye, salty sea duck. Anyway, okay. Anyway, next topic. Okay,
Why do
let's
people
move on
spam
to
me in chat?
because
Did
you
I miss
were
something?
ignoring. We were like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Dang.
oh, I could do a funny and kick Oscar, and then I
No,
kicked
don't
Chips
kick me.
instead.
Oh,
You
okay.
ended up kicking me literally like.
I need to send your introduction. I need to send your introduction.
Oh.
Okay, thank you for that, Lava.
Before we move on to the next topic, guys, please check guild pins and react to that. Thank you.
Anyway, so waiting list activity change ideas. This is probably going to be a bit of a shorter topic. It's still about activity, kind of, but this is more, looking towards waiting list people. Right now, we don't really have that big of a problem at this very second. However, what we tend to see is a lot of people, because that waiting list is quite long, kind of just dying after like a week of being on the waiting list. We are obviously trying to keep it pretty small. However, what are your guys' thoughts? What are your guys' feelings? What are your guys' ideas to encourage people? Again, we can kind of look more to punishments on the wait. Not really punishments, but like removing people from the waiting list and stuff like that. Yeah, activity on the waiting list and encouraging that. So right now, let me just quickly give everyone context on how it currently works. You currently need to send one message every 3 days. So there's no other system behind that. It is literally just one message every 3 days. One message every day isn't going to work because not everyone's on Discord every single day. We need to come up with a better plan than every day. Yeah, if you just want to copy and paste that, Shy, if you want to copy and paste that and someone can pin it, because yours was a good idea. But this is you kind of encouraged me to make this topic. Don't worry. 3 messages a week. Ah, yes. It's quite low right now. I don't like it personally, but I also don't know how to do it without making it so you have to send a message every day. They do A9, unless I'm mistaken. If someone wants to give my waiting list, I can check. Except cookie, except Ara's bad. Okay, that was rude. Soviet was able to do. Okay, thank you. Okay, anyway, so does anyone have any ideas to increase it other than send a message every day? Because that's not realistic. No, this is my instead of one every 3 days, maybe after a week you need 20 or something. But that means that people could go inactive for a week, send 20 messages, and never talk again. 30 minutes with messages a week? What do you mean? In guild chat? Well, they're not in the guild, so they can't talk in guild chat. 100 messages per 3 days? That's quite a lot. What, if... please, stop. Okay, so, what if, as you get closer to the top, the activity requirement increases? As long as it's not a stupid amount, I don't really see it as a bad thing. As long as we don't expect people to be sending 1,000 messages a day or anything stupid like that. 5 messages every 2 days. Even 5 is quite low. Right now, what we're seeing with guild members. Ludwig, you can also suggest different systems and stuff like that. Right now with guild members, we are seeing an average of about 120 messages in Discord, 90 messages in-game, and about 2 hours in voice chat. Because quite a lot of people are in voice chat, quite a lot apparently. That's the current-ish numbers. They aren't accurate, but that's generally what I'm seeing.
FYI, the requirements for trial members different.
Yeah, it's much higher.
Not right now.
That's the requirement. That's the requirement for after 3 months, by the way. Not requirement, but that's like the average for after 3 months, not in the first 3 months. First 3 months differs quite a lot person to person. Guild attendance system. That's literally just something that checks if people have logged into Hypixel this week. It's literally how like we used to do activity checks. It was an awful
Just-
system.
It just goes onto Plank, checks their last login date.
That literally was it, and then staff would never get kicked. Which we started doing. This is what I said in DMs. If someone wants to, when marked as inactive, people have to send 10 messages or they get kicked from the waiting list with no warning. I personally like warnings. I like messaging people being like, "Hello, we've noticed that you aren't active." I mean, to be fair, they are told when they first get accepted that you need to be active, but people don't read, is what I've learned. Yeah, I'm not personally a fan of not messaging people. I think giving people 2 warnings, though, they definitely shouldn't get 2 warnings. I think after a warning, maybe we should, after you're warned once, I think you should maybe have a bit of a higher requirement. You are told when you first get accepted you need to send a message every 3 days, but again, people don't read is what I've realized owning a guild. The amount of people that ask where they can run commands and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, A9. It's not a great system to not warn people. The warnings, I think, are staying, in my opinion. Most people don't read like any information, no matter how much we get them to. They won't read pretty much anything. Normally, a message fixes it. I think we've had like 12 or 13 people ever actually get removed for inactivity on the waiting list. I definitely like to increase that because there are quite a lot of people that get to trial one on the second day. That literally means no. Again, not everyone checks their Discord every day. What if you made them watch a video? How to apply for our guild? No, people don't really read that long. Well, then they aren't a good fit for the guild. I'd say there's quite a lot of really good guild members that don't message on Discord every single day. They'll send like 200 or 300 in a day, and then play other games for a day or two. Doesn't make them a bad guild member. I feel like waiting lists should be more active. Could be more active if they interact with the guild more. They can. like, I don't know how we could make them interact with the guild more. It's pretty hard not to interact with the guild. There's voice chats, stuff like that. 20 messages a week and 1 every 3 days. Yeah, I think that's okay. So wants to pin that. Give them perms for guild chat? No. I'm throwing that idea straight out. Guild chat will stay for guild members, guest chat will stay for non-guild members. The only exception to that being hovering. Question of the days, I definitely think of something if we can maintain for a good amount. Maybe not every single day, we'll think of something. I'll discuss that more in depth in an officer meeting, thinking about the logistics of that and how to keep that sustainable. Message requirement is bad because some people type in large blocks. Question of the week is too far, I think. We'll see. I'll think of the logistics of that behind the scenes rather than here. I don't think every single day would work. You run out of questions very quickly. I'll think of something. I'll discuss it in an officer meeting at some point rather than here because that's a lot more. Who's gonna run that kind of thing? Message requirement, riddles, maybe, but riddles don't promote discussion. They're just. This is what I've noticed on the monthly newsletter. People tag me and then they don't discuss that riddle at all. There's no discussion around that. Question of the day is at least there's a discussion around. But yeah, riddles don't encourage activity at all. People just say it once and then there's no discussion. We want something that encourages discussion, not 1 or 2 messages. Get random DMs from the bot and no. If they get an activity warning on the waiting list, it could encouraging them to attend an event or something. If a person on the waiting list attends an event, they would. Yeah, I agree. See, the thing is, lots of waiting lists just don't come to the event. I don't know. I don't know how to encourage that. We can't really do too much more. We have a channel dedicated to it. We've got some behind the scenes application changes to kind of make sure that we're only really accepting those that are. I can't say anything. We have application changes in process. I can't say anything other than that, because it would reveal quite a lot more than what I want to reveal. Maybe just send them a message telling them to be as active as possible. No, trial and waiting list are 2 separate things. They're managed by 2 separate teams. The waiting list shouldn't really have anything to do with trial, in my opinion. I'd say that people often become a lot more active during the trial than they were on the waiting list just because they're in the guilds. They don't have another guild to balance activity with. A lot of people are purposely inactive on the waiting list. Yeah, I don't want to remove the people that are active, that are probably going to be active when they get to the guild, but inactive on the waiting list. I mean, I feel making the waiting list quicker is already a big step in the right direction, but it's not the only thing we can do. I feel like it'd be easier to leave the waiting list alone, focus on trial member requirements. They're not amazing right now, but again, it's exam season. During summer, they're going to be a lot harder to pass than they currently are. But let's just stop accepting people. That is an idea that I've kind of discussed internally in my head. I'll discuss that part later in the town hall. I feel like being in the waiting list, you just think I'm gonna vibe. Yeah, lots of people just don't really talk on the waiting list. I don't know. I don't know. We could definitely have a bit more of a vague thing. Inviting newer members to VC to get to know others, that's something that the trial team should already be doing. We can look into some different things, but that's really for trial members. That was really meant to be in the first part rather than this part. This is specifically for waiting list. I want to encourage waiting list activity. I'm gonna end this discussion in like 5 minutes because this is a much shorter part than it. Not everyone really is gonna have strong opinions on this or anything. We have 3 more topics to discuss after this. We're almost an hour in. We're not as bad as last time. I feel like we might actually get to the end of this one. How about we expand trial to include waiting list? No, I don't know what do you mean by that? Can you explain that further? Because the issue is, whilst on the waiting list, people aren't in a guild. Every time they log into Hypixel, I raised hand. Okay, so does someone want to voice permit them, whatever it's called? Do the thing. Do do do. Officers. Oops.
Officers can't permit people.
Okay, corners. Oi. Or two of you, three of you. There's three of you here. I forgot that was a call for a second. Shh.
Bruh. Alright, Shy.
Okay. Hello, Shy. Okay. You're the only person raising your hand. It's very sad. I'm the only person talking about Shy again. Anyway, Anyway, so explain your point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then what happens? There's two issues I can think of that. I think this has been suggested before.
What if they get denied early?
Yeah, what about if they get kicked off the waiting list for whatever reason, which happens a few times. But it's a lot more people. And then it also means that, I mean, possibly. I don't know if that would be. Yeah, as Lava's saying, we would have to create trial channels sooner and expand the trial process. I don't know, like, I kind of just want the waiting list to be very, very simple for now. I don't really think there's too much of a reason to make it too complicated. And that would also require the trial team watching over a lot more people. A lot more people. They already. I think that is down
And that's
to.
gonna have to be monitored by trials either way.
I feel like that's more down to ways to encourage members to interact with waiting lists more. I mean, if we want to discuss that, sure. I don't know how we could do that. Someone just filter bypassed on Mindplex and I can't deal with it because because I am recording. Naughty Mind Man. Okay, I'm gonna log off. Otherwise, yeah. Actually, I can report them. I can use /report. /report.
It won't get
If you
looked
s-
at.
If you can
It
see
will.
who did
It's a chat report.
reports, that'd be so funny.
I'll
You just
do it
see a mod
myself. I'll do it
reporting someone.
I'll do it myself. Oh, I logged out. So okay. Anyway, if you guys have ideas to encourage members to interact with to interact with the waiting list, sure, but I don't know. Like we already have the voice channel system. So it depends. It also depends on time zone heavily. So I don't know. Waiting list chat. That's just guest chat. No.
We used to have a trial chat and that didn't work.
I mean, again, that's more done. Yeah. There's no point in doing that, in my opinion. Make trial officers do more work. The trial team is a lot of work already.
I'm not really opposed to that idea. No, I'm kidding. Please stop. Don't suggest that.
I have 7 trials.
It took them 4 days to recommended people. Again, that was when it was just Nap. We now have Lava and Chips. Oh, by the
Okay,
way,
Shy, you gotta understand, for like a few weeks, I have been the only trial team person. I have done, at one point, there were like 20 trial members, 19 of them were mine.
I remember in a call you just like got all the
Oh, yeah,
trials at
I think
once.
we should congratulate Lava and Chips in an
don't
actual
No.
event.
No.
You should
no.
spam them with congrats and tag them
No, oh
in a bench
gosh.
chat.
Okay, here I'll look away from event chat and see how many pings I get. Alright, go ahead. It's already 10.
Okay, don't spam. Don't spam.
Okay, it
You
was a
guys
joke.
don't spam. That's such a bad idea.
Don't don't spam, but do ping them.
Now you're
Yeah.
using other channels? I hate you.
Okay, anyway, okay. We've congratulated them enough. Okay, stop.
Alright, 24 is enough. Thank you.
Yes, stop.
No, it's not.
Anyway, so, is there any other longer suggestions on the waiting list rather than just changing the numbers? Is there any? Because what I kind of had as like a quick idea was if you're in the top 5, you should be a lot more active than you are for the rest of it, because you're getting very close to being invited. We would kind of expect you to be more active. No, Quintum, that just becomes a leaderboard instead of a waiting list. Who can spam the most,
Yeah,
or
I
who
know.
can talk the most? Top 3, sure. I do definitely think we should encourage people closer to the top. They have less of a reason to be inactive. If someone wants to write something quickly so we can pin that. Frozen. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the Frozen system currently. There's a couple people on there that have been frozen for a long time. I'll discuss that in an officer meeting. I'll probably do one next weekend because I actually have time next weekend. OMG. Ludwig, you already unfroze. Sus. But there's other you refroze. Okay. There's a lot of people who are freezing, so I've seen a lot of waitlists just leaving directly when they join the guild. I haven't seen that. I've seen 1 or 2 trial members leave within the first like week in the past few months, but I don't feel like changing anything on the waiting list would help that. Not gonna lie, I think that's just when people get into the guild, people realize it's not for them. I don't feel like changing that is gonna change anything. Yeah, sure. That's something if you want to pin that lava, because you can pin it yourself. If you want to pin that, that's something we can look into. I can talk to my bot slave about that, or do it myself next weekend when I'm less busy. I guess I can't talk in the voice chat, but I think waiting list members should be able to access guild chat. No. I think this is kind of the issue I was talking about in the poll channel, with the kicking everyone at once. The issue with kicking everyone at once is that you suddenly get like 10 people joining the guild who don't really understand our culture, don't really understand, you know, being chill, being relaxed, and they all join at once, and then it changes the entire pace and the entire style of guild chat. Sure, but the issue is we'll then start getting like 10 people who, let's just say 2 of them are quite toxic or quite rude. They come in and start being rude. They see everyone else, all of the new trials being rude as well, and it kind of just cycles to a point where it is dodgy. We're not giving waiting list access to guild chat. I think I just completely dropped that idea. It's not something I feel should happen at all. Kick 5 random people a week? No. We already have a pretty okay activity system. We're still working on it over time, but the activity system we've implemented recently is pretty decent. It might take a while to be fully as good as it can be, and we're recoding it because it's a mess. In addition to what Billy said, kicking in big waves disrupts natural environment, doesn't reflect the guild in normality. Yeah, I don't think kicking in big waves is something we're going to do. I think we're going to spread it. So one kick, one day, next kick, etc., etc. Slowly but surely kick people rather than instantly. ha ha ha. Let's reject everyone. I wish there was an announcement when someone gets kicked. Trust me, I also do, Quintum. I really wish we could silently kick people. But we've asked for that for years. It's Hypixel. It's not gonna happen. Don't scare the crap out of us when you kick someone. Oh yeah, I added something. Let me quickly log into Hypixel. Is there anyone online who wants to be a hamster, a guinea pig?
Hello.
Is there anyone
No.
online who wants to be a guinea
You
pig?
already kicked me today. If you do it again, I'm gonna cry. And also, I'm gonna eat anyways. So
my
I
God.
wouldn't be able to accept it. So,
Cry.
Is there anyone who actually wants to be kicked as a test, by the way?
Me?
Like-
Wait, no.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people saying me. This is very difficult. It's a very difficult decision.
You should
Uh, Pick ours. Okay.
I'm not even on. Wait. I'm.
I'm not kicking arrows. Don't worry.
Oh, why not?
There's a trial member saying yes. Okay, Ryanator. Let me get you.
No.
Oh, that's gonna create a new trial channel. Do you
Yeah,
wanna
it is.
copy and paste the recommendations, quick?
Chips, copy and paste. Oh, wait,
Can
no,
someone-
Chips is gone.
Can someone give me officer on this account, please? Give me officer. Kick. Okay, I'm gonna quickly just show it off in chat. But
Wow, nice.
bruh.
Nice.
Okay, that was rude.
Who
Kick.
coded this? Who coded this?
Inactive. Ah, that user is not a guild member. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to kick him as a trial fail. There we go. It does a table flip, enable silence, then kicks. Okay, if
I'm
someone
sorry,
wants to
Ryan.
invite him back, manually invite him back. There we go. Anyway, that's just a quick demonstration that it does a table flip now. It does a
I'm
table
sorry,
flip.
you're
It
saying
doesn't.
no.
It because
Isn't that
it
gonna like
says-
extend his trial?
No.
Oh,
We can-
wait, no, on Trello it still says the time.
So how about send a DM on Discord before being kicked from the waiting list? What do you mean being kicked? Do you mean from waiting list or in game? We're not kicking people from the guild without a warning. No, we we give people. I mean, unless it's like an extreme case, we give people warnings before they get kicked from the guild. For pretty much every reason. Waiting list shouldn't have activity checks. Yes, they should. They need to be. We need to check to make sure they're not dying. They can be active. Guest chat exists. Voice chats exist. Whoever's eating your mic, stop.
Oh, it's me.
Probably.
Okay, thank you for that, lava.
I thought it was muted. Okay.
Okay, is it just me or is his mic like?
Yeah, it's just you, Eris.
Oh,
Kick
thanks.
people randomly once a day. No. Okay.
Creatively?
Is there any serious suggestions? Otherwise, we'll just move on to the next topic because we have been discussing this for a while. The next one is going to be very fun and not controversial at all.
Oh no.
Is it the events?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm leaving them. Bye.
But that one is something soon. What happened with my mic? Your mic's awful, lava.
Your mic's actually amazing, love. He's trolling you.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll switch topic then. Okay, next topic is the ally row. Ahahahaha.
Oh god.
Yeah, lava. You're still gonna. Okay, I was about to say he's gonna get moved. The ally row. In
Oh.
advance, I'm not
Hello?
at all. Hello. Okay, shh. I'm talking.
Oh.
I'm not asking for guilds to ally with. Please don't even put that in event chat. That's something we'll find ourselves. Don't suggest guilds to ally with. That's not what we're discussing. Instead, we're discussing the actual ally row, ideas for the ally row, and a few different things. We're not allying with Galax. I'll say this right now. We aren't allying with Galax anytime soon. I'm not going to go into any kind of details. There's no point in going into details. Ally Roll has access to a chat where guests can, but guests can't chat, but guilds can. No, that's just guest chat. It's pretty pointless to keep splitting people up into different channels. It gets to a point where those are dead. I've seen other guilds with that. I will say a few things just about the ally role in general. Allying is something we're going to continue, Shy. We're not. Isn't the right? Let me clarify what ally is, because a lot of people were talking about GVGs. We aren't doing GVGs in any shape or form. Drop that idea. The ally role is going to just be some guilds that we're close with, a small group of guilds that we're quite close with. We do some events with every so often. It's going to be very similar guilds to our own that have the same kind of community-ish. We're not going to be going with competitive guilds. Pretty much, Shy. That is kind of the point. The idea would be kind of being very close to other guilds. Toaster, the idea would be to invite them to exclusive ones where it'd be more tailored to that specific guilds. Yeah. Keep them as guests. They don't deserve special roles. I think that's fine. I don't see a major reason. Would all guild members get the ally role? No, every guild member would get the ally role. Every guild member, he didn't ping anyone, bro. Actually, or she didn't ping anyone. Instead of making it official on that one, not make events. It's possible inline, but at the same time, I do think an ongoing relationship with a few guilds would be nice, where we do it consistently rather than just once or twice, where we do it consistently. We can do that without a role, sure, but we might as well give them a role. I just think the role kind of monthly events we're getting to that point soon, but events are going to every 2 weeks, so that wouldn't really be as apart from having more people in event, which I believe what other advantages? It's not really about having more people, it's about having new people and people from other communities, not more people. I don't really we definitely aren't struggling getting people in events. Pretty much every event, even mini events, are getting to the point, like Oscar's question party keeps being full for the entire duration of it. We're not really worried about that. It's more just to meet new people, see new faces, stuff like that. You can remove my officer on this account, by the way, now. Before we forget. But it's mostly about that. Does anyone have any strong opinions on allying? Actually, I have opinions. I have them written down. I have them already in a thing. Fuck allying. Most people voted to ally. I've asked for people's specific issues, and I'm gonna paste those. It could cause drama. That is one of my main concerns. Boop, can I ask you why you said no allying? It's exactly, and I compiled all of that. Should we vote? That is a cool idea. I think if we could definitely put stuff in polls if anyone has any issues, but we could also give people a warning, if you will, like a week, being like, hello, this is the guild we're planning on allying with. If anyone has objections, please message us. And then if nobody comes to us with any issues, then continue. If we see any major things, yeah. If there's drama with past guilds that's bad, we probably wouldn't go to those guilds. But how are the guilds close? Yeah. Yeah, trust me, we aren't gonna partner or like ally with anyone who's in a lot of drama or anything like that. That would be something. If you left your guild on again, that's I do think giving everyone in the guild a notice saying this is who we're planning on allying with. If anyone has any issues, please message us in advance before going through with that. Would be a cool idea. I do definitely think that's something we can take away. Let me just quickly paste. Actually, I'll just read it out. I'll paste it in chat as well because it's quite a lot. I'm going to read out all of the issues that people gave me. consolidated into one bigger message with allying, and let's see if we can work to resolve that. Again, allying is not something we're gonna 100% go through with. There we go. I'm gonna pin that, or if an officer wants to pin that, because I can't be bothered. But other guilds will want to do this. Yes, they would. We have no shortage of people wanting to ally with us. I get DMs every few days, but we always say no. I said I'll consider it to one guild, but we're not going through with that anymore. Again, it wouldn't be something that other guilds. It would be something we'd probably say you can register your interest, but you wouldn't get accepted or denied. It would be, trust me, we do that process quite well. Okay, so unique points. And all of these are quotes. From what I've seen, being ally with is hard with Hypixel guilds. I'm unsure on how we'd communicate in a good way or how we'd meaningfully be allied while still remaining distinct from each other. I think that's just about allying with communities that are different enough that they aren't us, but close enough that they aren't completely not us. That is very much guild by guild based. We aren't doing GVGs. Please don't even talk about that in event chat. It's completely pointless. From what I know, correct me if I'm wrong, allies are just usually for GVGs. Again, we're not doing GVGs. It's not something we have any real plans on doing in a serious way. Those get messy very, very quickly. People start cheating. We have reports of people cheating, all that kind of crap. It's just a lot of unneeded drama. It doesn't really bring that much to a guild. And then the second you lose a GVG, people leave and stuff like that. It gets really messy. So basically the point of allying would be to make guest chat. Right. Okay. Again, can we keep event chat on topic, please? I keep saying messages pop up and then get deleted instantly. Make guest chat more active. Attract members from the other guild. It would be to kind of meet new people. That's not guaranteed A9. That just depends on the relationship that us and the other guilds have. And that would be why we wouldn't just ally with everyone. I'm going to say this right now for anyone who knows of Calm. We aren't going to become Calm, allying with everyone left, right, and center. We'd be very selective and only choose people that we genuinely feel could keep a close relationship. It would negate that is something we'd have to consider, and vice versa. It is more people coming to the Discord, talking to people. Anyway, let me quickly. I'm gonna read all of the issues that people have. In air quotes, yes, but in quotes. I'm somewhat scared of a culture shift. If the guild we're allying with is so distinct from us to the point where it isn't insane, where it isn't insane, but to the point where others would want to be like them, we'd fundamentally change how TCF looks. I agree with that. The main thing that I'm worried about with a culture shift, with allying, is a culture shift. I don't want to push guest chat and guild chat, guest chat mainly, but I don't want to push guild guest chat into people discussing, I don't know, people cheating or whatever. Not more competitive guilds normally discuss. And then having an ally role within the guild Discord would undermine the role of guild member, as it shows that you have a relation to guild without actually being in the guild. Other guilds that we may potentially ally with may have different, perhaps less stringent requirements. If you're talking about behavior, that is something I definitely see, but having the ally role doesn't necessarily mean we endorse you or that specific member. It's kind of like an extra role. Obviously, we would definitely expect members of that community to respect our rules, and if we saw a few of them doing it, we'd probably start getting a bit more, hey, your members are causing some issues, we're worried about this. Please look into sorting that kind of thing. However, I think with the guilds that we would choose, we wouldn't fall into that trap anyways. but that would happen. Seems overcomplicated. Not really. We give people a role. It's really not that complicated. We choose some decent guilds, which again we can deal with ourselves. I have a pretty decent process planned. Whilst I'm not sure about this, I feel like getting an ally role may detract people from allying, applying for the guild and apply to an ally instead. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think people would apply for another guild just to get ally role in our Discord unless they're really, really strange. But maybe.
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
in my
I
opinion.
don't think that would happen. I think people would just apply for TCF
Yeah.
if they really want that if they really want that role. But it definitely brings people from other communities that we wouldn't have gotten unless we had done that ally. I'm gonna read all of the other comments further below, by the way. Any issues that happen with the guild that you're allying with may reflect onto your own guild. I don't think. I mean, it depends
If something
what it
really
is.
bad happens with that guild, then we'd probably just cut the ally.
Exactly. I normally when people have like large drama, it doesn't affect their allies. I don't think I've ever seen that happen, unless the ally was specifically involved in somewhere. Don't ally with sus guilds, exactly. We'd be pretty concrete on who we're gonna ally with and who we aren't. Yeah, pretty selective. I feel like events could get pretty crowded. No, no. No, we're not gonna let them attend every single event. That's not something we're planning on doing. It would only be specific events. Obviously they can still attend mini events, but no, we're not letting them attend every event. It would probably be higher capacity events anyways that we want them to participate in on purpose. Those kind of events where we know that other guilds are coming kind of put a bit more stress on the event team anyways, because we're kind of like, playing it up to impress them, if that makes sense. So those definitely wouldn't be every week, put it that way. I mean, the argument against allying a guild would only be valid considering there are multiple people opposing rather than coming from one person with a bad past. It depends on that person's past, but if they have, screenshots of really negative things, then yeah, that's enough for me to really reconsider. I have seen guilds allying and then the allied guilds would stay active for tops 2 days and then just die out. Again, we're not going to just ally with everyone. We are going to kind of keep a really good relationship with the people that we're allying with. I'd probably end up allying smaller guilds rather than big guilds that have lots of different allies so that we can kind of maintain a better relationship. And then maybe if we see it working quite well, try and replicate that decently to bigger ones. I'm gonna continue scrolling. What happens if the guild copies the systems that we use? That again really depends on which guild we ally with. If we're allying with guilds that would do that, we're probably allying with the wrong people, not gonna lie. But if I do see someone directly copying and pasting our guild, that would be something I discuss in an officer meeting and we'd take further. But that's not something I'm too worried about. Also a chance members may disagree with each other. It's a community. That's going to happen if we ally or not. That happens with guild members. That's going to happen with guests. That's going to happen with allies. We shouldn't not ally based on people might disagree with each other. I definitely think if there's kind of a culture clash between the two guilds, like we're super nice, and then we ally with a toxic guild, that would obviously cause issues. But yeah, we could still have good relationship with the owners, but that guild's members aren't gonna just be active. Again, if we keep a good relationship and we are quite selective, I don't think we're not gonna ally with any guilds that have 125 super duper active members or anything like that that have like 50 billion 50 billion allies. We're gonna keep it to smaller guilds where they only have 1 or 2 allies, maybe. To kind of focus more on smaller guilds, I think. And even if we had only 2 to 5 active as in every single day, like, constantly talking in guest chat. That's still an okay amount of people. Sure, not everyone from it is going to be active, but it's still an okay amount of people. I stalk 2 other guilds' discords and I can see allies talking every day. Exactly, Goobs. It helps. It really depends on who you ally with. Again, if you choose to continue being ally with people long term that just aren't benefiting you, that's not great as a strategy. There are definitely guilds that ally everyone. I've had some like random DMs where the person hasn't even linked their Discord account, just DMs me being like, "Hello, want to ally?" Those kind of guilds we'd ignore. It would be a very simple system once it's implemented. Realistically, you could say the entire trial system is really complicated, and it is when you're like first joining, but it's pretty simple. It'd be nice, be active. So we would ignore DMs to ally. And I don't ignore the DMs. I respond saying no. If the allies would only be Hypixel guilds. Ha 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 ha. I don't mind partnering with Discord servers. But that is another layer that could get more complicated. That was a fake laugh, by the way. That wasn't a real laugh, don't worry. I'm not opposed to allying with Discord servers. It's just Discord servers very hard to find, is what we found. We have tried,
Yes.
yeah. Anyone who's sitting in that voice chat can vouch. I went through a list of like 100 different Hypixel Discords, and they were absolutely awful. There's only like 2 or 3 that I'd actually consider. It's not fun.
The ones that are good
Find
too, it's really annoying because when you message them asking if they do partnerships, some of the active ones don't accept
Or they
partnerships, which
partner
is
with
hard.
literally everyone, which isn't
Yeah.
great because it doesn't make it. Yeah. Finding a community similar to TCF is really hard. Finding a big community similar to us is hard, but finding smaller communities similar to us probably isn't that hard. I can guarantee you we can find some smaller friend guilds with like 40 or 50 people in them that aren't impossible. It takes time, but yeah, I think it's definitely possible. Yeah, yeah, Aiden, I'm
Can I
aware.
address that?
Yeah, sure.
Most of like Discord servers, because the difference between partnering with community discords and then guild discords usually don't have a partnership channel, but pretty much every single community discord that we went to has like a hashtag partnerships channel, and they have like automated partnership bots and stuff.
And
It's
then people
horrible.
just mute it. It's completely pointless.
Exactly.
I think guilds are a lot closer together, and that's like they're a lot more friend orientated. Even if it's a really crap GXP competitive guild, they're still community orientated, and they're still going to bring close friends that could, become quite good friends with a lot of guild members here, which is obviously our intentions. So yeah, I think guilds are easier. I don't think we'll be going for any, large guilds with like 2,000 people in the Discord. Socked isn't a bad one. I'd happily ally with Socked. I've already started. I can't say anything. Ahaha. But
Fun.
Socked is an okay one. But like, how many partnerships? For a start, probably only 2 or 3. But if we see it working and Socked is a competitive community, yeah, but I wouldn't say Socked. Yeah, it's a complicated. Don't worry about it right now. Socked is probably one of the better competitive guilds. I'd say I personally respect them quite a lot. They've done quite a lot. It's pretty good. It's one of like 2 competitive guilds I'd ever want to ally with.
Their Twitter is very nice.
Yeah, it is. I simp. They are competitive but not toxic. There are a lot very, very, very toxic, even if they don't seem it on the surface. Competitive guilds. If I can search the R word in your Discord and find more than 500 results, I'm gonna avoid you. Is all I say. But yeah. Soct is probably one of the only ones I'd consider. But like we'd probably go for, smaller guilds that have a very close knit sense of community. We have different definitions of toxic, exactly. I'd say if you can sit in another guild's Discord for an hour and not see anything toxic, you're okay-ish, but depends. We'd definitely not be partnering with anyone really toxic, is all I'll say. I just don't think the communities would work very well together. But Soct Soct's quite nice. I like Soct. It's decent. Yeah, bro. Actually, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So allying. Let me just put something quickly. Okay, if someone wants to pin that, because I don't have pin permissions. Yeah, I think partnering with small guilds that are kind of yeah, I'm gonna kind of just make a final statement, don't worry. But like I think partnering with smaller guilds that are more close knit, more friend guild oriented would probably be a better bet than going in for larger guilds like Calm, etc. I'm just gonna keep using Calm as an example because they're the only ones that I actively know ally with a lot of people. I don't really check that many other discords. Okay. Event changes. Aris, hello.
Oh my
Glitch,
god.
hello.
Oh my god, me and
Um,
Glitch can go to like leave.
Hi, I got out of my bed finally.
okay, so
God.
um, we've kind of discussed this behind the scenes with the event team, and obviously we've got it in the main event channel as well. So first of all, we're letting mini event hosts for a bit, to do some main events just to see if they would be decent for the event team, so we can maybe put them on the event team. And then if we don't feel like we have enough decent candidates, we'll open applications. And then we'll see how it goes from there. I'm personally feeling putting events as every 2 weeks is a good idea. I feel like spamming everyone with everyone's in a map every week isn't necessarily the best thing. They're not. I don't think people want to go to the events if we just shove a map in everyone's face every week. I don't feel like those are special anymore. We still have A9, we still have multiple events a week with mini events included. So we're not changing the guild thread. Mini events still count as events. But I feel like every week it's too much, both for the event team and for guild members. I don't feel like I just don't feel like having a guild event every single week it makes people feel like they really want to come to an event. They're just like, there'll be one next week. You can just skip this week. It's kind of the same thing that was happening with mini events where we had like 7 mini events a week at one point. It was like, I can just go to the one tomorrow. And then they started dying because of that. And then we kind of only just recently started getting the kind of swing of things back, where we have a decent pattern where there's a good balance of not too many, not too little. Yeah, exactly, Walter. I think we're oversaturating them. I do think moving away from doing a map every week and kind of doing more tournaments, more, the occasional map, but also more like the scavenger hunt, for example, is a really good example. Thanks to Nexus and Ares.
I. That's
That was a
so
really
much
cool
effort,
event,
but it was so
but
fun.
it was a lot of effort. So maybe if we can do something similar but with less time intensive.
I think Okay, can I say something about it though? Because I
Yeah.
think a lot of it was me testing out different ideas since it was completely new. It was a completely new concept. So I tested around with different types of things. So like if we were to do it a second time or like something similar to that, it would probably be a lot easier to do. That and also just like 10 hours of it was me doing the first testing one, and also it was at like 3 a.m. So I messed up so many things.
Yeah,
But
and I already
yeah.
I already kind of mentioned the whole we're not
Mhm.
really doing testings every single week because that was
Yeah.
getting to a point where it was both painful for the event team but also completely useless because
Mhm.
we weren't actually finding the bugs, we were just sitting there playing the maps. It
Yeah.
wasn't useful at all, and I don't think even if we sat and changed it 1,000 times it would be. We are gonna keep Cookie Council as it is for the foreseeable future, just for when we do need to test events. However, long term, there will probably be changes to Cookie Council. We'll see. I can't really say what those are going to be because I don't know yet. I haven't made them up yet. um, so yeah, I do think. I do. I also think specifically with events, we've mentioned events a lot earlier. Does anyone have any like cool ideas for main events other than maps? Because we kind of have to differentiate them a bit for from mini events. Does anyone have any cool ideas for main events that aren't mini events?
I was
Yes,
talking to
please give
Eris.
events.
Oh,
Hi.
go ahead, Glitch.
Try and make them fun and not repetitive kind of things.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
yeah, bring your idea.
Wait, you wanted me to speak?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I know
And
like
then other people can type.
I checked the events Trello and like you tried testing like an Among Us and Minecraft thing,
Hmm.
and that was because the server didn't open. Is that correct?
Yeah, that server
So
never opened.
I have a friend that actually has an Among Us game mode on this server. So
I
I
think
don't know.
Among Us, whilst it would be fun, I think Among Us is way past its time to do.
Yeah, it is kind of dying, but I feel like
Oh
people
no,
can
it's
still
completely
enjoy
dead.
it.
I feel it. Maybe. I see. I want to kind of do more cooperative events where you're kind of
Yeah,
in teams and you work towards a common goal. I think that works
because
quite
technically
well.
we are all a team. We're just trying to find the person that's a good.
Yeah, but it's still kind of more individualized. Like we wanted,
Yeah,
like the Codebreaker event. Like there were
yeah.
groups of 4, and they all had to like talk together, interact with each other. It was
And I definitely think
yeah.
smaller voice chats are less ear deathy. Having
Yeah,
24 people in a voice chat isn't something I personally enjoy.
that
Yeah, which is why I always try and limit my VCs to like 5 people. So I think like more of those kind of
Yeah, but we were kind of doing that on maps, but we were kind of not really using the voice chats that much.
yeah.
yeah.
But I definitely think things like a bit bigger tournaments. I was talking about a Bed Wars tournaments. I don't really enjoy events because people ignore the mutes. I don't think there's a way to solve that. Unfortunately, Goobs. I don't think there's ever going to be a way to solve that, even with TTS bot, which I wish people used seriously. People keep pissing around with it, and it's never gonna. Yeah.
I think the problem with TTS bot though is like like when I'm using TTS bot, I feel really bad if I accidentally cut someone off, but like it's really hard to time it correctly so that you don't cut someone off, but
Again,
you're also like not.
if anyone wants to suggest a better TTS bot that isn't absolute shit, feel free. I will say by once we have more solid moderation guidelines, which are going to be made public whenever I finish them when I'm not busy with university, I'm gonna probably make TTS bot one of the most strict parts of everything. If you're in a VC with like more than a few people or like more than just friends, because I've seen a lot of people say some very stupid shit with TTS bot, and it makes people mute it, which defeats the entire point of it. And it is getting to a point where it's very annoying. I don't like seeing people piss around with TTS bot. We are going to end up giving stronger punishments for that, I think. Um, exactly, A9. It's really frustrating. I feel the frustration, trust me. I don't like personally rejecting it because I do feel sorry for the people that can't talk, but it's very frustrating to have people do that, and there isn't anything solidly saying that you can't do that right now, which, soon TM.
Can you blacklist people from using the bot?
Nope, not
Mm.
again. The current TTS bot is absolute dog shit. If anyone has a
Okay.
better one that they can find that actually
I'll
works
look
and you've
around
tested
and
it,
see if it's trustworthy.
test it first. Don't
Yeah.
send me the link without testing it. I mean, I can bully Cookie Council as well to help test stuff.
I can-
Hmm.
But does anyone have any other ideas for events? I think you were gonna talk hours and then.
I think okay, so like there was I think before I left, someone said something about like monthly tournaments. I was so for the whole like tournament thing, what if we had like because obviously we don't want to like do paid prizes every time.
I do think a roll for a month could work. Something like that.
Yeah.
For the top 5 or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that and I was also thinking we could like so you were saying like to differentiate them, like we were thinking like between either putting them as like main events or mini events. Like what if we could do main events as maybe paid ones? Like or like
Mm,
I don't know, because
But then,
it can
see
get
the issue.
toxic.
One of the main benefits of doing mini events with prizes is because guests can join, which
Mhm.
obviously brings more guests to the server. And
Yeah.
we definitely last time saw a definite increase in the amount of active guests, not permanently active, but for a few weeks.
Yeah.
We saw a definite chunk of people coming to like every single mini event after that tournament. Um, I definitely think guild member, yeah, Babia, for example, great example. It's just main events. I think people kind of do more for fun, anyways. It's guild members. Guild members are gonna just be doing those to have fun, talk to some new people. I definitely feel like we could definitely do some main events where we kind of do a Bed Wars tournament, but randomize the people or something like that, where you can't choose your own teams just for that one event. Obviously no rewards because people would probably complain at us for not letting them choose
Yeah.
teams, and that would kind of be unfair on people. But yeah, I definitely think some of that. But I personally rewards. I'd like to definitely look away from money rewards, not because I don't have enough money to do that. It's just because I don't want to get over reliant to the point when I finish university and I don't have a job for a couple months or however long it takes to get a job. I don't want to feel that pressure. So it's more for that, and I also don't want people getting annoyed at people for winning and stuff like that. It's a
Yeah.
pain. But yeah, does anyone have any other event ideas for things that we can do to kind of spice up main events rather than just maps every week? I mean, I've got some cool ideas as well, but I'm not going to talk about them because, yeah. Anyone?
Please.
I do want to. I don't want to just do Hypixel parties as main events. I think those are boring.
I think if we were to do Hypixel events anyways, I think we should do them as many.
Yeah, I feel like the modded MC events.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people would actually want that. Is the issue.
Yeah.
Main events. Main events still need to appeal to a good amount of people.
Like including myself, I know a lot of people who really dislike modded
Yeah.
in general, so like I don't know.
It would.
It doesn't take
It's definitely something that is a good idea, but it's just I don't know how many people would actually be interested in that. If we get enough interest in that, sure, why not? But I don't know if that could be a long-term, let's repeat this every couple of months kind of thing, because I just don't think there's enough mods. I can understand how to do it. It's just, Lucky Blocks is awful. I don't know how anyone can play like Lucky Block Skywars. It's trash.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna get some lucky items so I can knock someone off the map with knockback 50. Oh, how fun!
Lucky Block Sky was the only lab mode I enjoy.
Slime or Enderpearl mode is
Oh,
so
I
good.
hate those. I hate those ones. I hate the slime team.
I don't know. It's Moscow based, so
Oh, yeah, see Billy. I think
exactly. People that
I don't.
people that can't play enjoy those modes. I'm just gonna hide behind my chair now. But yeah, that's something we can think of. Is there any other ideas?
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Or like just general, they don't have to be specific ideas. They can be like categories of events. You don't have to be like, here's an exact specific event idea. Do it.
People were
Um,
mentioning the karaoke they wanted. So
Oh, yeah.
Karaoke is a plan by Think Puppy, I think already.
Yeah.
yeah,
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 it's
I'm pretty
gonna-
sure
yeah.
Puppy was putting it in planning phase.
Yeah.
They
People-
take a
Do-
lot
do-
more. They take a lot more organization to do right than you think as an ex
Yeah.
karaoke team member. Trust me.
You have to get judges or whatever, and then get
Not
a song
judges.
request
I
and
don't.
plan ahead.
Not personally a
I
fan
think-
of judges.
I feel like us
It's-
one
yeah.
like bias judging is
It's
kind of probably
meant
not
to
the
be.
best.
I mean, unless it was like joke-ish kind of judges where they make like jokes about like voice
Mhm.
cracks and stuff. Like,
I don't know. I feel like
it
there are
should
still
be.
people who
It
would
should
get
be
like
very.
embarrassed.
Yeah, it should be very for fun, not competition based.
Yeah.
A drawing
Yeah.
competition, a drawing competition as a main
Yes.
event would be very, very limited to like 5 people.
Right.
No, that wouldn't be. It's the same with the whole drawing competition. They're fun for a few people on like social media, but
Mhm.
most people aren't ever gonna care. This is what's fun for a couple people. More art stuff. I don't want. This is something I'm kind of worried that we're doing is spamming the Twitter with a lot of art right now. I want to make sure we're making sure the content is varied so people don't get bored of the art because then it makes the art a lot less valuable. The art is very nice. Hello, Aras. But
Hi.
I don't want to like give people. It's like fine chocolate. I don't know if you call it fine chocolate.
Fine
It's like
chocolate. Like,
it's like when you get like a dessert that's really nice and then you eat too much. Fine wine, sure. It's like well, the issue is I
a
need to
good
relate
quality
like
thing.
14-year. Yeah, good
Good
quality. If you
quality.
eat
I love
If you
wine.
eat if
Yeah,
you eat or
same.
drink too much of it, it starts being less nice. So yeah,
Billy, why don't you think wine relates to 14-year-olds?
I really enjoy custom minigame events. Sure, but yeah, those take a lot of effort to code, and if you're
Yeah.
doing that,
If
and
you
not
wanna
the
do it,
entire
though.
event team know how to code, it's fine when it's just like a quick script or something.
Hi,
but
Aris.
the entire event team doesn't know how to code.
What is
It's
what?
see,
What
we
is
used
code
to
again?
myself. I don't think Yait's still here, but myself and Yait and Musical used to do that. Yeah, Jesus, it would end up like maps where there's not really enough plugins to do.
Aris, do you
Things
want
with.
to code an event
Yes.
together?
Billy, do you think we could code an event? Yeah.
I mean, if people want to like, if people on the event team in the future want to code events, I'm not gonna stop them, but like that shouldn't be something we kind of expect every single few weeks. No, Raz, you're only going to be coding the core of the plugins. You can code some events once we're done if you really want to, but like, it's a fun idea every so often, but coding events does sound fun. Like I'd happily do it. It's fun, but
Mhm.
I don't have enough time, and I think it would get quite boring quite fast. I think that's probably the issue. I mean, I don't know if Dor's still here, but Dor will probably remember the event where it was like one person versus everyone in like a custom map. It was very fun. I was talking about that the other day.
Wasn't that called
Um,
Bolt? And, like,
It was no, it was like the person had like bodyguards, 2 bodyguards, and then one
Oh.
person, and then we ran around a map. It was very fun. It was custom
That's
code, and then we had
cool.
Death Swap, which was flawless and totally didn't teleport you to other people in spectator mode and make you suffocate in a wall.
Fun.
It did though. Death Swap was my idea. No, it wasn't Oscar. I had that idea a lot longer before, I think. Oh, wait, was it? I don't. Wait, Oscar, were you on the event team? You were.
No, I
Ew.
suggested it.
But you were on the event team, weren't you?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
like
resigning
double
from
checking.
barely a
team.
month.
But I still right. Nobody will believe this, but Dor used to be an officer.
It wasn't.
Huh?
No, we didn't get officer.
No, he did. He was event team for like 2 weeks.
Excuse me.
I don't remember.
He
that
was. I don't remember it either, but
You
Dor
were.
was event team.
Hashtag door demoted.
It was a long time. It was a long time ago, Walter. You guys are you're quite new to the guild, Walter. Still, like relative sense. Don't worry. But yeah, he was an officer. I only found that out like a couple weeks ago. Coins boost my ego. You did. See, he changed name. He used to be. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Was it Ban Every Non? Am I? Yeah. He used to be Ban Every Non, but yeah, he was officer for like 2 weeks or something like that.
What happened?
Yeah,
I
what
don't
did
know.
you do?
I don't know. He didn't do anything bad. Don't worry. Otherwise, he left.
No.
Rude.
Uh,
My 1 anniversary was in the guild 20. My 3rd year anniversary was April 15th. Ahaha.
My 10th anniversary. Was
I left when the guild restarted again. Did you leave like after privatization or what? I don't know. You left after the privatization started or ended? We're gonna have just turn this into like a
Yes.
door. Ended.
Yes.
Bruh, that's so rude. You left when it went public. Yeah. For those who aren't aware, the guild has disbanded twice before, like in air quotes disbanded.
Fun.
It felt so weird. Yeah, it was nice as a friend guild. It was nice, but it was very dead. There was like 2 or 3 people online ever. It was interesting, but the only reason I did that is because like the people that we kicked, I got in a voice call with them and they were crying. Dead guild is bad guild. If it's just for friends, it doesn't really matter that much. Like
Are we gonna-
activity only really matters on bigger guilds. Yes, what were you saying, Glitch?
Are we gonna continue with
Yeah.
events? I want to
Shh.
sleep. I want to sleep.
I
Okay.
would like to leave as well.
please.
Yeah. How many more
Um,
topics do we have? I got 5 minutes, so I have to be in.
One more topic.
Okay, can we continue with the events?
Okay, is there any more suggestions for events, for main events? And then we'll move on to the next topic, which is going to be my most anxious topic, because like I'm
God.
personally anxious about it, but like
What
I
is-
think it'll be productive. So we'll see. Musical, no, don't bring that one up.
Rude.
Okay, I will move on then. Okay, final part. Okay, so this is discussing members leaving the guild and also from that making the guild a bit more unified. Because what I've realized recently is that I am scared in case yes, A9, I am scared in case, people leave and then other people start feeling like connections are leaving from the guild. And I am worried that yeah, there'll be a ripple effect because people feel like they don't have other friends within the guild that they can talk to. And then yeah. Oh god, this topic again. Yeah, I ranted about this, well, ranted in air quotes. The topic's scary, but at the same time, I do feel like right. So first of all, I'm gonna say this: if people like end up leaving the guild, don't panic. The guild isn't gonna die. People leave the guild all the time. It's happened before. Lots of people leaving's happened before. It'll happen again. It's not the end of the world. It's what happened to the Mystery Guild. Oh, Wither's not here. I love Wither.
Oh my god, Mystery Guild.
Mystery.
But
Guild.
yeah,
wouldn't
it's
lie.
happened. It happened. I'm not going to name any specific guilds, but like pretty much all the officers on which guild I'm talking about. But like the one
Oh.
specific
Oh.
guild that was like had like 70 members and then dropped to like 25 within a few days because of like a ripple effect after like a couple people left. It does scare me a bit, but at the same time, I feel like it's important to ensure that we're building connections between members, old and new, so that we ensure people feel like the guild is continuing to be a family, not just a bunch of random people that they've never talked to before. It's the same reason that we really don't want a crap ton of trial members. We don't want it so you log in and see 50 new trials that you've never heard of before and are like, I don't feel like I fit in anymore. I don't know who any of these people are. So it's really about encouraging. I only ever really talk to old people in the guild. Again, all right. I'll say this right now. Or to just everyone here, go and talk to new people. If you see someone that you've never seen before, message them, offer to play with them, offer to chat in a voice chat with them. Like we need to definitely make sure that the guild stays close and connected. Otherwise, it's just a massive group of people that don't know each other, and I don't want that to ever become a thing. I never really want to sit in a voice chat, or I never really want to log in and see loads of people that I've never heard of. It's a difficult thing to really sort, but we have a couple different things. I'm going to kind of discuss the 2 things that I've been thinking about. So the first one is a trial buddy system. So we already have trial recommendations. This is a separate system for now. The idea would be a self role called trial buddy that members can get. and in every single trial, 2 people with the same time zone would be picked regardless of games, and those people would kind of, sit in voice chats with those people. They would volunteer. They would volunteer. It is called Trial Buddy. They would volunteer to, actually play with that person. It would kind of be, a nice little cute friend you can talk to, and a guaranteed person who is going to talk to you, and it would be something that you could remove at any point or add to yourself at any point. So let's just say 1 week you're like, I really want to make a lot of new friends within the guild. I'd like to get a few more trial members that I get to know. I don't really care what games they play. I'm happy to play whatever they play. You could give yourself the role. My feelings are in the future we'll make it so every guild member has it by default and then can opt out of it. Kind of like the recommendation system, but a bit simpler. However, this will come once we have the introduction command done, which I'm hoping will be done within the next week or so. We'll see. Haha, Tim. Ahaha. I don't know if Tim's here, but ahaha. Love you, Tim. But I do feel like that it's one of the kind of steps that we can do. I definitely think Thames is probably one of the best people in the guild to interact and play with new trial members. If we had every single guild member being Thames, I would be a very, very happy boyo. But at the end of the day, Goobs, if you want to make friends, you kind of just play whatever other people are playing. It depends what kind of person you are. There's some people that really only want to play specific guilds, specific games. Like there might be some people that only want to play paintball, for example, with you. And there's some people that genuinely just want whatever comes up. They just want to sit in a voice chat and talk to people. That would be fine then, Goobs. You would just see, the issue is that specific system for now. The plan isn't to fully merge it with the plan isn't to fully merge it with the recommendation system. It's to keep the recommendation system for now. Merge it in the very, very far future, or 6 months down the line. But I do definitely think this role personally would help quite a lot. There are definitely a few people within the guild that I see being like, I'm feeling like I'm not really making any friends, and they haven't had any recommendations recently to talk to. And I do feel bad for those people, and I kind of just give a push to the trial team, being like, recommend them a couple more times, stuff like that. I'd like it to be more of a voluntary thing where you can volunteer at any point in or out. But I do feel like we can be a lot more, just talkative. And I do think if you see trial members, feel free to invite them to parties and stuff like that. They may not always want the same games that you do, that's fine. It's just sitting and talking. I don't ever want the guild to kind of feel like every single person in it, to anyone, is I don't ever want the guild to feel like you don't know anyone, is what I'm trying to say, both new and old members. I believe that within activity kicks happening more frequently right now, people are going to lose some friends, some older friends that are kind of inactive. So I feel like building new friendships up is important. We are doing quite a lot to make sure that we do have a lot of new trial members, but not so many that it's stupid. It's I don't know how to really say it, but I don't ever want this guild to just be another guild that just is here just to gain GXP or be on a leaderboard or anything like that. I want it to be a really nice guild where you can sit in a voice chat with 5 people and play Plane Simulator or whatever it is, GTA 5, stuff like that. And you can make some friends that you'll keep around forever. I know not everyone will do that, but that is my aim. That is my only goal for this guild. My only goal for this guild is to make lifelong friends and get people to come in and make some lifelong friends. That's it. I don't give a flying fuck about how much GXP we get or anything like that. I don't care. It means absolutely nothing. At the end of the day, it's just a stat in a database. But that is my plan. And if we can kind of, get older members to communicate with new members and older members to communicate with older members. So especially, I definitely, I definitely want, older members. I think this could be an idea for a main event. And this is something I've been thinking about for like Valentine's Day, long time away, and stuff like that. Is kind of getting someone that you've never ever seen talk in chat within the guild and getting to know them, kind of thing. It would be kind of like a cool competition, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how we would sort that, but something like that would be kind of cool to get to know people that you've never talked to before. And I genuinely think that could be a nice way to make some new friends. I would definitely encourage everyone here, if you can find people that you've never once talked to, send them a DM. If they don't respond, they probably shouldn't be in a community guild, not gonna lie. But talk to those people, make friends with them. They may be wanting friends, and if you're wanting friends, what's the harm? Worst case scenario, you don't talk too much, but
Your voice just hurt my ears. My headphones so loud.
reject friends, talk to Oscar. Yeah, Oscar is very cute. Slop.
Disagree.
But does anyone have any extra ideas apart from the trial buddy rule for making the guild a bit more united? Because I do want to make sure. I mean, it is quite united right now. Like, don't get me wrong. I see a lot of people sitting in voice chats playing other games and stuff like that, which is really nice to see. But I do want to make sure that that continues, even if a few close friends and stuff like that leave. If that makes sense. I don't want one person leaving being like, I don't have any friends anymore. I feel like I've got less friends. I should leave too, kind of thing. I don't want that to be a thing. I want it to be. I don't know how to describe that, but I do want it so you always feel like you have more friends that you can talk to. And if you don't, then I want it to be easy to make new friends, which I think if you try, it is, but it's encouraging people to try and making it easy for people to try. Which is why I kind of just wanted something as simple as a self roll. Because you just click a button and boom, you have friends. That is kind of the appeal of it. I wish it was that easy in real life. I mean, what? But that is kind of the idea of it. I do want it to be that simple, and I don't know I don't know any other methods to make it more simple. That idea was your hand's stuck in a Pringles can. Great. But yeah, if people have ideas for that, I think the trial system is one of the best ways, but I also do want to make sure that older members get to know each other. People that are already past trial know each other. There are definitely some, I know there are older guild members that I don't see talking very much. And I do feel like a lot of the time that is due to just not really knowing that many people. I think I've seen a few examples of when we message people about activity, them saying, I just don't feel like I have that many friends within the guild. And it's very difficult to fix that without just being like, would you like to be a trial member again without the risk of being kicked, kind of thing? I don't know. I don't know how to make that happen. We can't force people to make friends, but we can at least make it easier for those who do want to and encourage those. Yeah. Retrials isn't the worst idea. I don't know if it should be something for activity anymore. I think that was a bad move. More e-dating events. We'll see. Goobs, it used to be a thing, but that was so bad. It was the most pointless thing ever, and it worked it seemed like it worked really well on the surface, but it was bad. Like, it was one of the worst things in terms of activity I think we've ever done. Yeah, we're not going back to trials. Anyway, continue.
If inactive members want to like meet new people, or the reason they're inactive is because they don't have enough friends, why don't we just tell them some people who play like the same games as them or in the same time zone, basically just the trial recommendation system, but without sending them through the trial number again and all that stuff.
Anyway,
You
well, let me
basically
just
tell them interact with these people.
I think so, but I do think maybe giving them a trial channel without them being a trial member or something like that could be a good idea. Yeah, the e-dating event was awful timing. I will say that, but that's quoted is in a very weird time zone. Anyway, let me respond to A9.
Isn't it PST?
Yeah, he's in PST.
That is.
It's the most awkward time zone for like. It's almost as bad as Australia. Anyway, A9 says, I really feel like people completely ignore the fact that it's a community guild and just join it because they're in a high level guild. I hate when people apply because it's a high level guild so much, but people often don't tell us they're applying for the guild just because it's a high level. I don't ever want people to sit in this guild G-toggled all the time and not talk to people. This is a community guild. We are not just a GXP farm. If we ever seem like that, it's the same reason I kind of don't want GXP requirements, but yeah. I mean, people, it's an okay if it's part of your motivation, being like, I'd rather join this guild, but not gonna lie, I just applied because it was the first guild in the forum section. Yeah, that is most people, but there's nothing we can do much. I joined because Level and Good was here. I joined because I had friends. Yeah, most people join because they have friends, which isn't the worst kind of thing because you join, you have friends, and then boom, you make more friends. I joined because I had someone bully me into applying. I joined because of forums. I joined because I got denied from another guild. Oh no!
Now I'm stuck here forever.
And now he denies people for his co-owner.
Well, to be honest, I
Nice.
saw Oscar in the lobby. Yeah, but how did you first join though? Did you get invited? Because there was a time where we kind of just went through lobbies advertising. Justify.
No, that
Were
wasn't
you
the
in
first
Justify?
time.
Were you in Justify's guild, or you were in Justify's guild? Yeah,
Oh,
Reunited Old Pack.
that
That
was
was what it
long.
was called. Can you DM me that? Because I need to update that on the thread at some point. See, you're like, I know, but I want to put it in the history section. But like, yeah, Flopbite, your friends are very interesting. BRB, let me X-ray on the SMP. Anyway, but Door.
Jesus, throwback time, huh?
Fun. Fun.
Well,
Please don't
Flip
get me into
gets
that.
called out.
That was so much pain.
Oh,
but
it's dying
Door,
inside.
Door, you are like really old then. The whole like merge with Justify's guild was like the first couple months of the guild. That was old. That scares me.
Door boomer.
Always
That
say
Haven't
Door,
even
doesn't
been on
that
the
mean you
guild
joined
for
the
a year.
doesn't that mean you joined the Discord when you were like 12?
Whoa, door.
Door.
You last moment.
Wait, so he's 50
Anyway,
Does
now, I
just
think.
expose people?
Does anyone
How
have
long?
any ideas to make the guild feel more like family, if you will? Because I got a DM from Angelus being like, yeah, the guild started feeling like a family a bit less, and I don't know how to change that and make it more like a family. Dad, this is not the time.
If it's
No,
like a family, we're gonna have to
come later.
We're gonna have to.
I
go
come
to
later. I'm in the middle of
trial.
this thing. Thank you.
Nice.
Advertise the guild as level 1 guild with 0 staff members. People have plank.
Yes.
That would not work.
What is playing? It's not a thing.
I mean, maybe removing the level from the thread might be an okay idea. That it would discourage nons, but nons don't normally get accepted, or like not really specifically nons. We aren't like targeting, but staff simps, dead people. Dead people see the word community guild. It's we have an application change that has been done in the background that I can't talk about, but trust me, dead people are going to be a lot less frequent. But I feel like the people that write massive applications are the people that die anyways, and those are the people that we're accepting. So we're changing that. Is all I can say publicly.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't read it out loud. But dead people hopefully won't pass trial, and if they do pass trial with the new activity changes, they'll hopefully not last very long. So
I think okay. This is probably gonna be like really hard or like basically impossible to implement. But like I
we
just feel like
can
in general,
okay. Yeah,
um,
it depends, because like big problems can be broken down into smaller things, and even if we can't solve the problem fully, we can at least ease it. So
I
continue.
think like something like new trials have people recommended to them. Like I feel like just people in general should just when
But
they see someone who doesn't like get
I
interact
think,
with like
I think that is a culture thing. I think that
Yeah.
is we need to kind of encourage guild members as a whole, and I think everyone here at this event, maybe once a week or something like that, or once every couple of weeks,
Mhm.
invite a trial member randomly,
Yeah.
ping them in Discord. Not right now, that would be scary. But like, ping them in Discord, be like, "Hey, do you want to play?"
Trial
Like,
member.
I think that just needs to be a culture thing.
Mhm.
I think that needs to be just something where everyone is a lot more.
Mhm.
Not right now at once. I don't think that's a good idea. But like, I do think that is a culture thing that we need to kind of shift a bit. Being like, there definitely isn't. Not everyone is going to be really wanting to interact with new trial members. They're going to be nervous and stuff like that. But
I okay, I don't know whether this would be a good idea or not, so don't kill me. But I don't know. What if like so you know how we have a lot of mini events where it's like in teams of like I don't know if we're I think like the Bed Wars Zombies event or something, people were in VCs. I feel like it could be nice to like not completely randomize, but like sometimes place people who you see aren't always talking together, like to put them together in a VC and have them interact a bit so that they meet new people.
I
Instead of, like,
definitely think they should
know.
still have a friend in that voice chat, so they feel a bit
Yeah.
more. Because I feel like if we completely randomize you
Mhm.
with people that you've never ever talked to before, and everyone is
Yeah.
completely random, you're not really gonna have kind of the same energy. It's
Mhm.
like how me and Oscar kind of bounce off each other, if you will, when we're in a voice
Mhm.
chat, and then other people kind of, get involved in that.
Yeah.
Just please don't invite BSing to a group. My head. Love you BSing if you hear that.
Here.
Why does every trial member have a different color? What?
Hmm? What?
BSing is very nice. Yeah, I love BSing. I'd say he is
What
the
the-
best guest, but I might get murdered by A9.
Wow.
A9
Sounds
requested to
like
speak.
bias.
So here.
Scary. Scary.
Hello,
Eh,
A9.
A9's gonna speak. Oh my god. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I heard
Hi.
Nerdy Miner speak today. That's the first time I've ever heard him speak.
Oh.
Wait, really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, I
I
don't
think
even
I beat
remember if
Aras. I think I might have beat Aras
Wait.
for once.
Wait, no,
What time is
wait.
it? It's 10:30. I'm gonna have to like hurry up because I have an assignment due at midnight, and I want to proofread it and make sure it's well referenced and stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm gonna cry if I get less than 80% on that. I need 80% on that to maintain my 90% plus, and then I have another module which I'm gonna fail. So I've not even heard of 1/3 of the guild. That could be a time zone thing as well, though. There's a lot of Australians all of a sudden. But and there's also name changes. But again, reach out to those people. Ask them to join voice chats, stuff like that. I think that is definitely a culture thing that we can definitely shift. Yeah, it is, and I can agree. There are definitely some people that don't interact, and those people eventually. Like it's more difficult to do because a lot of the people log in for a few hours here and there. It's difficult. How long is this until we finish? This is the last topic. Don't worry, there's no topics after this. If you're waiting for a new topic, you can piss off. But like, I do definitely think there
Wow,
needs to
Billy.
be a culture shift where every single member of the guild is a lot more happy to kind of reach out to some new people or even older people. It's definitely something that we yeah. I don't know how to do it though, because shifting the culture of that to make it. I mean, it already is a thing in quite a lot of people. Yeah, but in Panda, we can encourage it. We can't force it, but we can encourage people to do that. It's just like people don't realize you can G party. I don't
Yeah,
know how
but
to make
they're
that any
scared
more
of
obvious.
they're
Yeah, I
scared
know.
of
They're
you
scared in
yelling at
case
them.
everyone shouts at them.
Yeah.
They're scared in case you have like 30 people shouting at you. But like, I feel like that we kind of need to
Change.
yeah make it a bit more common. I think if it becomes a lot more common, people. I'm gonna talk to specifically like the bigger community members who are like a bit more happy to do that. Just G party every so often. Like if it becomes such a common thing, I think people will stop caring. And I think people will just click it whenever they're bored. Um, I mean, if you do it right now, people will probably know what it's about. Um, if anyone wants to do it right now, if everyone wants to do it right now, let's just see how spammy it gets.
Yes.
And then everyone who isn't in the party will get very confused. Go, do it. I want everyone doing it.
Oh
Just
god.
to confuse the living shit out of everyone who's not in this meeting. I saw 6 people doing it. Very rude. 7.
I would, but I'm trying to be
8.
inactive. Uh-huh.
Okay, we can stop now. I think we're annoying people.
No.
What? Okay, we confused people slightly. How to confuse people. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I think it is a lot more of a culture thing about it is just being more comfortable to G party, being more comfortable to join those, being more comfortable to party some random people, different things. It's something that we do need to shift in the culture to make people more happy to party and stuff like that. But I do want it made known right now that you can G party. I'd advise saying what you're G partying for, like the games that you want to play and stuff like that, because people will get a bit confused and be like, "What is it for? Tell me." But feel free to kind of be like, "Hello, does anyone want to play Skywars?" and then G party. Oh, people will definitely be confused. There'll definitely be a few people that are confused, but like you can still just say why you're doing it and then do it and then explain when people ask. It's just be happy to do that. If you're in a party with some friends and want some more people, rather than just maybe asking in guild, I mean, you can also ask in guild chat, like, does anyone want to play Bed Wars? But also just be like, Bed Wars, G Party. Or like, Bed Wars Privates, G Party. Because that's not going to annoy anyone, I promise.
No.
Eventually, I think if people spam it, it will get to a point where people get a bit annoyed about it. Don't spam it, but I'd like to see a few per day. I'd like to be online and see those. Asking in guild chat for bridge. I've seen a lot of people asking for bridge recently, though. after you finish achievement hunting. But yeah, if like again, I'm not complaining if people want to achievement hunt. I might join in on some of those. Don't boost. But if it's not a boosting party, I don't mind, helping
Please, it's called a
join.
questing party.
Wait,
Yes.
Oscar. Grinding parties.
I mean, we
yeah.
did that, but I was with. Yeah.
Wait, is there anyone else in the guild who remembers those? There's gonna be
Couple.
like 3 or 4 probably. I think
I mean,
Coins.
Angelos would.
Even Daw doesn't remember. Fucking hell.
No, because it was during the elder ones.
Coins might
Yeah.
remember. It was
Ooh, nice Snapchat.
I'm not opening my Snapchat even though Aris has asked me to
Hmm?
take a picture or
What?
something. I'll do it tomorrow.
I did.
Um
Huh? Oh yeah. Wait. Huh? Wait. I just need
Yeah,
you to write something.
I should make an announcement. My plan is, if you saw on the end of the activity announcement, I said I was planning on doing an extra Uniting the Guild announcement. This is that announcement. This is what I'm getting ideas for that. The trial buddy role, grinding party, more like 12-player party in regular Skywars games. Skywars is awful. Why would you? There are games that you grind in, and there's games that you don't want to be in a party in. If you party in solo Skywars, there's going to be a tryhard that comes along and you're going to lose. Why would you grind Skywars in a party? Unless it's like, oh, let's grind to level 15. Yeah, it's boosting. Be careful if you're going to do grinding parties not to boost, but yeah.
What do you mean? We want to get banned.
Yeah, again, the guess the build parties, you're going to lose if someone better than you joins the party. Don't party and guess the build. I can guarantee I can probably beat paintball, not so much, because you can just join the same team. Ban grinding high. Kills, yeah, good point. It's the same with Quake. There's very few games that you can really do it on, but like a lot of guilds say it's against the rules. You can just disable the permission if it's against the rules then. But like we have it enabled for a reason so that guild members can use it, but most people don't realize they can. I will definitely be putting that in the announcement that you can do that. And I'm also probably going to look at doing some occasional events where we're kind of like messaging people that you don't know. And I'm hoping that'll kind of increase the amount of people are friends with. But yeah, it's on purpose. It's fully on purpose. Don't be scared to use it as long as you're telling people and what it is and not spamming it. If I see someone using it like 3 times in the space of 10 minutes, I won't be a happy boy, but like in occasional ones, yeah, if I see them all of the time, I will end up messaging you being like, please stop. And if you don't, you'll get you'll accidentally drop out of the guild. Ahahaha.
Gary Billy.
Wait, can I
No.
kick
you
Oscar?
can't. Oh my god. Wait, actually no, you can. You can.
You can,
work?
but I
Oh,
can't be
never
bothered to log on. Oh.
Please do. Please click.
I don't think it
Do.
works.
I'll log on just to
Let me
give
try.
you.
Actually, it might because he's application team, and application team have different permissions.
Oh my god.
The hell, I'm a co-owner.
You're
Just
bad.
me.
Bro.
You can't run officer commands in a public channel, imagine.
Bro.
Okay, I don't think there's any more topics or anything that we really want to discuss, but I don't mind like sitting here and just like randomly talking about random shit
Yeah.
if anyone really wants to, because like that is pretty much how every officer meeting ends, so we might as well do it in a town hall as well.
The bot is
Do I end the
typing for
recording?
a long
Sure.
time.
Feel free to do whatever you